Welcome to Buzz Around the Globe. India won't be replaced by China, as per the new Maldives president. The Maldives' incoming president, Mohamed Muizzu, has vowed to expel Indian troops after taking office later this week, but told AFP he does not want to redraw regional balance by bringing in Chinese forces instead. He made it clear that the Chinese troops will not replace Indian troops. Also added that Maldives is too small to be entangled in geopolitical rivalry. What's interesting is that Muizzu's election success in September hinged on a sustained campaign against India's outsized political and economic clout in the Maldives, and specifically his pledge to eject Indian forces. But he said he will not allow China, or any other nation, to replace them, and dismissed reports of him being closer to Beijing. He insists he is only pro-Maldives. The 45-year-old leader, who will be sworn in on Friday, at his home in the capital Mail. Known for its pristine beaches and secluded resorts as one of the most expensive holiday destinations in South Asia, the Maldives has also become a geopolitical hotspot. Global east-west shipping lanes pass the nation's chain of 1,192 tiny coral islands, scattered around 800 kilometers across the equator. Muizzu was regarded as a proxy of pro-China former President Abdullah Yameen, who had shifted the country heavily into Beijing's orbit till his 2018 defeat. Muizzu, the British-educated civil engineer, said he hoped to begin formal negotiations with New Delhi on the withdrawal of an estimated 50 to 75 Indian personnel, a sensitive campaign issue. Muizzu said his mandate was to remove a unit of Indian security personnel, deployed to operate 3 aircraft gifted to the Maldives to patrol its vast maritime territory. Regional power India had considered the Maldives, with its population of about 380,000 Sunni Muslims, to be within its sphere of influence, but had been worried about China's expanding footprint during Yameen's administration. New Delhi has a history of entanglements with Mail, including the deployment of soldiers to thwart a 1988 coup attempt. The party nominated Muizzu after Yameen was barred from running for office following a criminal conviction of corruption during his 5-year term, when the country saw a spurt of Chinese-funded construction. Muizzu, a former housing minister, is credited with implementing Chinese-funded infrastructure projects, including the construction of 7,000 apartments and a landmark bridge linking the capital island Mail with the nearby airport island of Hulhula. The country's public and government-guaranteed debt was about $7 billion, or 113.5% of GDP at the end of last year, according to official data. Muizzu said he was keen on expanding ports and harbour-related services to increase domestic earnings, while also looking for debt-free financing for his ambitious economic expansion plans. In addition, Muizzu is seeking up to $500 million in international funding to protect beaches and coral, as warming and rising waters threaten his low-lying nation. 80% of the Maldives is less than a meter, or about 3 feet above sea level, making it one of the countries most threatened by rising sea levels linked to climate change. The president-elect quoted a report that said 60% of corals had been bleached by rising water temperatures. But it seems the would-be president has India and China playing more in his mind than the climate challenge for now.
See, I'm not asking for the Indian troops to remove Indian military personnel to leave our country to make room for any other country to bring their military troops here. It's not that way. We do not want the people of the Maldives did not vote me in to allow any military presence in the Maldives. That's the reason. It happens to be from India, and that's why we are talking with the Indian government to remove them, and I'm sure we can do that in a peaceful and democratic manner. Maldives is too small to be entangled in geopolitical rivalry, and I'm not very much interested to engage the Maldivian foreign policy in this. We are going to work together with all the countries, India, China, and all other countries as well. For the Maldives, it's very important that we put our interests first. And I think it should be the same case for every country. Definitely for me, our policy is pro-Maldives. We want to put our interests first, and also we want to work together with all the countries. Have a good, friendly relationship, cordial, candid relationship with every country nearby and far away. We are situated in a very strategic location in which many of the sea lines of communication go across our country. And the economic agenda that I have put forward address this as well, to diversify our economy. And We look forward for investment from foreign agencies and different companies to look into the Maldives. Right now, when we look at the economy, there's a huge debt that needs to be addressed. The level of confidence of investors to come and invest in the Maldives is really low. So we are going to address the issue of the way the government has been attending to this issue. You can see that with the global warming, recently the survey done on coral bleaching showed that 60% of our corals were bleached, severely bleached in 2016. Every coral has a value. Every water lens that's contaminated has a value. Every fish that dies due to global warming needs to be compensated.
Do tell us what you think about this video in comments section. And for more news updates, subscribe to India Today.